Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. And I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and blessings to the hopeful elect out there listening and learning and teaching this word in sincerity and truth, in the sincere hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahweh Shai, especially in these last days. I'm just going to keep this brief, just going to be a quick video. And I'm pretty much going to land back off the same one later on, Lord willing. I'm just, pretty much I'm on the job at the moment. I have to pick up a colleague, but I'll tell you this, we're definitely in the last days. You just heard about the breaking news with this, pretty much this Charlie Kirk geezer, who pretty much was well beloved among Edomites, all right, doing all these rallies and these talks and that, coming up against pretty much the savage, ruthless, vicious, with that MAGA spirit, Make America Great Again spirit, coming against Jake basically, and he pretty much got taken out at one of his rallies, man. And this guy's got millions of subscribers. People adore, Edomites adore him. Hey, even some Jake adore this cat. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like what the scriptures say, that I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. Now you had this thing with the stabbing with the Ukrainian woman. Trump just put out a statement putting up the Jake, the guy that. The Jake with the dreads that stabbed up the Ukrainian woman. He just put up his picture and addressed the nation, man, and said, look, we got to stop these, these savages. So basically they're calling you Jake savages, man. All right, they're gonna put this, hey, if it comes out this shoot as a Jake, we could very well have civil war. And we told you about these false flag attacks, we told you about these things. But what I wanted to say is, in the midst of all of this, Arkham, it's a beautiful thing, to know that even in the midst of all this chaos and turmoil, when they do start coming down heavy on Jake, because it will happen. The scripture says it, the vision is yet for an appointed time. By the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? The vision of these prophecies, man. Right? Nation against nation. You're going to see these race wars and these race riots. You're going to see Egyptian against Egyptian. You're going to see civil war. You're going to see these things. You're going to see acts of violence. One people standing up to fight against another with swords in their hands. But in the midst of all of that, remember, we have the truth, right? Remember that we've got the truth, the wisdom and knowledge. We ain't gonna be running around here with a head like headless chickens, because we understand, we're in the know. We know why there's gonna be this divide. We know why these things are happening. We know that there's gonna be nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. The Lord said, I'm come to bring division, right? So that we're in the time of the division. We're in the time of prophecy speaking. We're in the time of uproars of the people, man. Right? Protests, all these protests that are getting more violent, increasingly more violent, more passionate. Okay? People are feeling, a lot of pain at the moment. Immigrant crisis, cost of living crisis, inflation, come on, man, race riots, class divides and riots, and climate change protesters, you name it, it's coming to a head. Earthquakes, pestilences, all kinds of shit in these last days. And all we have to do is praise Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash, for allowing all these things to happen, because we know that these are the signs. Like my son asked me the other day, Dad, what's the signs of Yahweh Shai returning? And I read in Matthew 24. Hey, the signs are here, man. Right? The signs are here. Wars, rumors of wars. Right? Right? Earthquakes in diverse places. All these things are happening. And in the midst of all of this chaos, right? Hey, like Trump said, he addressed the nation. We have to get vicious with these bloodthirsty savages. We have to get vicious. And they're aiming. Jake is in their crosshairs, man. And Esau's blessing is a sword. And they're going to fucking start swinging that sword. We done told you the sword is being sharpened. It's sharpened to make a sore slaughter. Should we make mirth? We're not in a time of mirth. And now it's gone from make America great again to make America safe again. You know what the scripture says about, what did the Apostle Paul say? 1 Thessalonians 5:3. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, right? And they shall not escape. So they're in that peace and safety spirit, but it's too late. It's too late for that mindset. Hey, it's all out chaos and war. That's what they're bringing now. It's over, right? We're at the time of the end. So I just wanted to do this quick video, all right? And Lord willing, I'll follow up with another lesson later as more news unfolds and we get more information about what's happening with the shooter involving this Charlie Kirk. who was well beloved amongst the MAGA hat wearers, man. So this is going down. You know, we're definitely at the end. You know, we just got to keep our heads screwed on tight, man. You know, in these last days, because things are definitely popping off. All right. So with that, I wanted to keep it brief. Like I said, you know, Shalom to the hopeful elect. Stay up, stay strong, stay prayed up. Hey, much tribulation to enter into the kingdom. But remember, we got this truth. We got the wisdom and knowledge keeping us stable in these last days to navigate through all the chaos and the filth. When all these people running around, he's got a gun. You know, like GTA. He's got a gun. Everyone's running around. You know, come on, the way they savagely killed this guy and the blood poured out, you know, out of his neck and that and whatever. Man, you know, whether it was real, whether it was a setup, it looked real. You know what I'm saying? This guy just got wigged in front of all of his supporters. Things are happening. And if they pin this on Jake, yo, it could be civil war. Just like they predicted program, they put in the movie Civil War. Right? One people standing up to fight against another and swords in their hands. A modern day sword is a killing instrument. Right? And a setup to take a man's life. So people's lives are going to be... A lot of people are going to be getting sent to the spiritual realm in these last days. The dead shall be cast out as dung. Just like the scripture says. Anyway, with that, man, shalom to the elect.